It's April 29, 2026. It's noon. It's 66 degrees Fahrenheit, 19 degrees Celsius, and I'm going for a walk. Cones. I can't believe these signs still say men. I passed the construction site and it did appear to be all men working. But still, pretty sure they don't have a sign to switch out if it's not the case. Here's a drawing of a dog in the laundromat window. It's by Bridget McNeil. Pretzels on a bench. So here's what happened is I walked to town to get lunch and I was gonna go to this cafe and hopefully sit outside with a book. I brought a book, it's in my jacket pocket. But I didn't really like the scene there. Hold on a sec, lawnmower. I purposely took this quieter road home, get away from the noise of the traffic, and there are lawnmowers everywhere. Okay, it's a little quieter over here now. So for whatever reason, it just didn't seem like a great time sitting at that cafe today. Nothing particular, just I don't know what it was. So I walked further into town and I decided I was just gonna get a slice of pizza. It's been a while since I've done that. So I went in the pizza place and I was gonna sit in there with the book, but it was pretty crowded. But the best thing was there were these two kids in there. I don't know how old they were, maybe 19 or something. And they were talking so loud and so animatedly and earnestly in kind of cartoony voices. I mean, they were their real voices, but somehow they seemed kind of cartoony to me. And their conversation was going everywhere. From, I don't like the way that we all just kind of like drifted apart, you know? To, I really like margarita pizza. It's authentic. And then the other kid holds out his pizza on the paper plate and says, "Feel how heavy this is." And the other one picks it up and he says, "Whoa, what's on there? Peppers, onions, what are those?" And the kid goes, "Anchovies. No, artichokes. Artichokes." And then they were talking about joining the military. And the kid says, "I don't want to do Air Force because I'm afraid of heights, but Army or Navy maybe." Anyway, I'm not doing them justice, but there was another person in there waiting in the line who was visibly, quietly cracking up at everything they said. So there wasn't really room to sit in the place, so I took the pizza to go just on the paper plate, and I was gonna go sit in one of the spots that are all around. There's so many spots around town that you can sit. And guess who was in every single spot that I wanted to sit? Somebody. The steps, the benches, the stoops. Eventually I found a bench that was open and I sat there and I ate the second half of my pizza. And then I was just kind of craving something else. I was thinking like maybe like a cookie, a pastry or something. But then I didn't drink anything while I ate my slice of pizza, so I was pretty thirsty. And then I walked past this boba tea place, and I thought, you know, I've never tried this, so I'm gonna do it. And I went up to the door and I looked in and there was no one in there, and I got nervous, so I walked away. And then I passed another one. There's 3 of them in the center of our little town. And I didn't go into that one. And then I stopped at the 3rd one. And I thought, well, what if I go in there and I don't know what to do or how to order? And, well, I'm an incredibly brave person, so I got myself together and I opened the door and I walked in, and there was one other person in there waiting for I guess it's not a barista if it's tea, to make their whatever they ordered. And then I looked at the menu and I didn't understand a lot of it. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but anyway, it came time for me to order, and I asked a couple questions, and all of the things I asked seemed to be probably wrong. So then I ended up just getting an Earl Grey iced tea. And then I thought it was just going to be iced tea, but then she said almond milk, because I'd asked about almond milk earlier. And I said, sure. So it's an Earl Grey iced tea with almond milk. And then she said, what sugar level would you like? And usually I don't ever get any sweetened iced tea. But I asked what the sugar levels were, and she told me, and one of the options was just a little. So I said, okay, just a little. And then she made me this thing, and then they seal this lid on right there, and you grab a straw. And I know just from seeing things on like YouTube and Instagram or TikTok or whatever, that you slam the straw through the plastic and then you can drink the thing. I feel a little bit bad about having this plastic straw, but so I took it outside and I did that because I didn't want to do it inside and do it wrong. I don't know why I was feeling so sheepish. I should have just said, hey, I've never had one of these before. What do you recommend? What do I do? Okay, thanks.